The end of year is here, and it's the perfect time to pause and ask yourself, where am I in life? Before we move forward, before we set the goals for the future or even think about finding balance, we need to figure out where we are now, our point A. So today, I'm sharing 3 simple methods with you to help you assess your life, reflect on the past, understand our current position so we can move forward with more clarity. And stick around, there's also a bonus tip at the end for the super simple, lazy approach. Let's dive in. Hey YouTube, my name is Art. Welcome to the channel. Here, we're exploring balanced productivity and navigating life on the other side of the 40s. To embark on the journey, we need point A, aka starting point, and point B, aka destination, your goals, your dreams, or the life you want. No matter what the destination is, to be more organized or to be less toxic and chill more, knowing your starting point is the key to understanding how to get there. It's like with the navigation system. You can plug in your destination, sure, but unless the current position is identified and known, if you don't know where you're starting from, the system cannot calculate the route and get you there. Today's video is about discovering the point A. And with the new year approaching, it's a good time to assess your life and figure out where you stand. To do such assessment, I like to use these 3 simple methods: the brain dump, the wheel of life, and the look back. The first and quickest method is brain dump, or stream of consciousness. This is my go-to for clearing mental clutter when I feel overwhelmed or just want to grasp what's going on. You know, even when everything is listed and planned, sometimes it still feels like I'm lost. Here's what to do. Step 1. Grab a notebook, a piece of paper, or open a notes app or a blank document or a page, what have you, that doesn't matter. I usually change my approach from one to another every time. Step 2. Start writing down everything that's on your mind. No structure, no judgment. Include your tasks, worries, ideas, even some random thoughts. And even if you repeat your task list or things you know you need to do already, that's all right. Basically, just dump your brain or put your stream of consciousness to the paper or screen. Why does brain dump work? Because getting everything out of your head sort of creates a space to think clearly. What to do next? Once everything's out, review, sort, arrange, or act on what's there. Reprioritize, shuffle things around, even move between systems, and do some quickies right away. Again, this is a quick way to refresh yourself and get some clarity. You may even apply it to the specific topic or area that bothers you and not necessarily to your whole life. The second method is a classic, a notorious wheel of life. This is more thorough analysis of your situation or life. It is suitable for longer-term reviews like a year review and also just as a snapshot of today's life as well. I personally use it once a year to review the past one and compare it with the previous one. Here's how it works. Step 1. Draw a circle and divide it into a few sections with your main areas of life, such as health, work, relationship, finances, etc. Instead of drawing, I personally just use a list of these areas in my journaling app of choice, day 1. And step 2, rate each area from 1 to 10 based on how satisfied you feel in those domains. And maybe add a note or two why it is so. I personally describe my scores and kinda evaluate how aligned I was with the desired direction in the certain area or a goal. By the way, these days I try not to set the goals, but instead just to define the directions or vectors for each of the areas. But that's another topic maybe for another video. In terms of selected areas, there are so many options, so pick and choose your own ones. For simplicity, stick to less and broader categories. For a more detailed assessment, break them into subcategories. Let me share some with you. For areas, my personal choice is to use these 7 categories: One is health, body and sport, so physical well-being, self-care, fitness, nutrition and overall health. Number 2, personal growth and development, learning, education, self-improvement, mental well-being, spirituality, all that kind of things. Number 3, relationships, a connection with my partner, my kids, family and friends. Number 4, finances, financial stability, budgeting, savings, money, wealth, investments. Number 5, work and career, basically professional growth, job satisfaction and work-life balance. Number 6, recreation and fun, hobbies, travel, adventures, entertainment and some leisure time. And then number 7, household or physical environment, my home, my workspace and the overall surroundings. There are many other structures of this wheel of life. For example, Michael Hyatt, who runs his Full Focus initiatives and the website, has the LifeScore assessment quiz on their website. You can run it online by answering some questions and then get your results in a nice visual way with explanations of all your scores across all their areas. They even provide you with a 10-page free PDF file with goal-setting templates if you need some inspiration and if you set goals. So they have areas grouped into 3 circles. Circle of being, body, mind, spirit, circle of relating, love, family, community, and circle of doing, money, work, hobbies. And here's how my results look like a while back. Very similar to this, Ali Abdaal, a very popular YouTuber, has in his book Feel Good Productivity, where his wheel is also divided into 3 sections with health, body, mind, soul, with work, mission, money and growth. And the third one is the relationships with family, romance and friends. Now, if you want a more hardcore detailed approach, I recommend checking out Milo. This guy runs an amazing channel, newsletter and some courses called Linking Your Thinking, based on the very popular note-taking app called Obsidian. A few months back, he released a 36 minutes long video titled Epic Life Audit Walkthrough with the downloadable Obsidian template. In his video and template, he's got even deeper structures for the Wheel of Life areas. See, there are still 3 main pillars of lived experience, work and relationships, but inside each of those, you will find more levels for deeper analysis. Here, for example, for lived experiences, he's got the recreation, environment and body as part of the lived experiences, and then each of those is split into more domains, like it body has sleep, nutrition, movement and exercise. Makes sense, love it. So environment is split into physical and sensory. Recreation consists of hobbies, travel, leisure, consuming experiences. Each of these subdomains, maybe it's worth to assess those as well. Then for work, he's got work, finances and mind. Each is split into different domains again. And then for relationship, those are soul, partnership, family and friends. And then again, each of those is split into more. For example, for friends, you can assess your close friends, your old friends, your community and social connections, and etc. I'll link all these in the description below. Why does Wheel of Life work? Because it's a great visual snapshot of where you are thriving and where you might need some focus and effort. What to do next? Typically, you may end up seeing you're crushing it in an area or 2, doing okay in some other domains, and maybe struggling with some areas. Having a high score, by the way, is great, but that can also be a dangerous zone because it's very easy to get comfortable in your success. The idea is that in order to get the holistic life you want, you need to be intentional about all those areas. I actually check all my scores for each area, compare it with the previous score to see the trends, and then decide on the areas of focus for the upcoming future. Finally, the third method is something in the middle. It's not as easy as brain dump, but also not as complex as the Wheel of Life, where you dig into every domain. The third method is called Lookback, with a couple of questions prompts. You can apply to the last day, week, month, last year, or even to the whole life up until this point. By the way, these different perspectives will obviously give you different results and different ways to move forward. This approach not only helps you to assess where you stand now, but it can also highlight the patterns or the habits or the decisions that have shaped your past. You can also apply it to a specific project, idea, or an initiative. We use this method in our team when I worked for Google as one of the ways to assess the quarterly achievements or after a certain project was completed. Here's how it works. Again, depending on your preference, you can use a paper or digital form and reflect on your past by asking these key questions. Number 1, W. What went well? Identify and highlight the strengths and successful aspects of your activity or performance. And number 2, EBI, even better if, or you can think of it as what didn't go well, but EBI is phrased in a more positive way. Just to be honest about setbacks and areas where you felt stuck, and suggest some constructive improvements for the future. If you want to be more specific, go ahead with the additional pro question number 3. What could I do differently next time? What could be improved? Another very similar, simple yet effective framework is to ask these 3 questions instead. 1. What should I start doing? 2. What should I stop doing? And 3. What should I keep doing? And again, reflect on these, jotting down some answers to each. To help remember things, you can use your journals or logs or photos or social media posts, etc. Why does it work? Because again, this method not only shows you where you stand, but also helps you to identify the patterns and lessons from the past, helping you see what's working and what needs adjustments. What to do next? Essentially, keep up with what went well, improve on better ifs, start, stop, and keep doing what you discovered to be those. For me personally, it usually reveals how much time I spend planning and organizing everything and how little time I allow for just enjoying life. This is certainly my area of improvement. By using these 3 methods, the brain dump, the wheel of life, and the look back, I'm getting a clear picture of where I stand right now, my starting point. And once I know my point A, it's so much easier to map out my path to point B. Oh, and one more thing. If you feel lazy or just want additional input on your current state of things, leverage the external sources. Go ahead and ask your partner, your spouse, your household members, or maybe even friends and colleagues. What do they think about your life, your progress, your setbacks, and your areas of improvements? You might hear unexpected observations and things you even did not think about at all. Let me know in the comments below which method resonates most with you. What's one thing you are proud of this year, or one area where you'd like to grow? Do all this resonate with you? I'd like to hear your thoughts. And hey, YouTube still believes you should watch this video next. Let's see if they're right. Thanks for joining, see you in the next one, and until then, stay balanced.